guys, welcome back. So today's video is going to be a quick overview and swatches of the new Too Faced La Petite Maison palette. This is the Ulta exclusive and this is part of their holiday collection. I love the Too Faced holiday collections because you kind of know what you're getting, but this year a lot of the reviews on the Sephora exclusive, which is usually the one that I pick up, haven't been good. And I did go to Sephora to check it out and I was just shocked at just kind of the product and the display. I mean, well, the display is really pretty, but the products themselves, a few of them, just the color payoff wasn't there and it was a very messy palette. And so I trekked on down to Ulta in Queens and I did pick this one up. So this is what comes in the box. It has this nice little lid. The presentation is really gorgeous. I will give Too Faced that. I feel like they thought it through and they really wanted this to be somewhat of a collector's item. So when you open it up, there's this little display, there's a nice little dress form here, and then you do get a deluxe size of the Better Than Sex mascara, which I'm giving another shot because when I tried it out I didn't really like it, but everyone seems to love it. So now that I have this sample size, I'm just gonna give it another go. What I really like again is the presentation. They even have this like cute little stairway like rail. Too Faced really thought about this and there's a cohesion across all of the palettes, which I appreciate. Here is the actual palette and you just lift it up and it comes out pretty easily. There is no mirror, which I can get over, but if you're taking something, if you want something that you can travel with, just keep in mind that there is not a mirror in this palette. So there are 12 shades total and you get 0.03 ounces of shadow in each. And this is a close-up. I feel like with all of Too Faced products, you kind of know their shadows by now at this point. So I wasn't expecting anything like out of this world, kind of like a Kat Von D or an Urban Decay, but I do like the shadows in their palettes. This one, I did buy this because I felt like it was a little bit more versatile, and just from, again, all of the reviews on the different palettes that's been going around, this one does seem to be the most versatile and the most, I guess, user-friendly. So the first one here is called Let It Snow, which is a matte white color. This color is Reindeer, which is a light taupe. The next one is called Honey Pot and it is a metallic gold. This is my favorite, which is no surprise because I do love metallic golds. And then this one is called Knockout, which is a deep matte brown, which I use in the crease and I think it is very, very beautiful. You will notice that the powders are very like kind of not chunky, but they're very powdery, and so when you do dip your brush in, there's a lot of like kick up, but when you are applying this, I would just highly recommend that you tap off the excess off of your brush to avoid fallout. So here you have Paper Roses, which is a warm peachy pink frost. Here you have Don't Settle, which is a medium dark brown, which doesn't come off as brown, it looks kind of ashy. And then you have After Hours, which is a warm golden medium brown. And then there is Secret Lover, which is a dark brown pearl, and it does have a little bit of shimmer, so it's different from Knockout. When I first saw it, I was like, oh, two matte shades, but this one has a slight hint of shimmer in it. So it's good as an all-over lid color, but the shimmer isn't kind of overt, and it's not going to be too in your face. It's a very subtle hint of shimmer. Let me just, yeah. So here you have Pussycat, which is a shimmering orchid. I was afraid this might not have a lot of color payoff, but I think it swatches very beautifully. I've seen other reviews where people say it doesn't come off, but I'm not having any issues. Here is Dreams, which is a soft mauve. And then there's Jungle Love, which is a blackened purple with violet sparkle. And then there's Chocolate Moon, which is a black with gold sparkle. Again, I don't have any issues with these two. I think their sparkles in them are not like super chunky. So I'm not too worried about, you know, it having like tremendous fallout. They're not too similar in color. You can tell that one is definitely a purple and the other is a black. Overall, I do like this palette. I haven't played with it that much, so I'm not going to say I love it. And I would say if you're putting together a Christmas list or a holiday wish list, put it on your list, and if someone gets it for you, great. Overall, one thing I'm noticing with all of Too Faced palettes is that they're all very, very, very similar in terms of colors. So I went through my collection and I picked out a few of my most recent palettes. And so this is the holiday palette. This is the Stardust palette, the Too Faced and Vegas Nay collaboration. I do really, really like this. I think this has just about everything that you need. I was traveling recently and this is the only palette that I took, only because there's a nice mix of mattes, shimmers, gold. I recommend this. I would say get this one versus the holiday one if you can still get your hands on it. I know it's sold out in a few places. But yeah, these are the two palettes. They look very similar. But if you whip out any of your previous palettes, if you're like me, this is the holiday palette from 2 years ago. This is the A Few of My Favorite Things palette. And as you can see, the shades, they're very similar. So, and a lot of the comments that I'm seeing from online as well about this palette, I believe it is, it reminds them of the, I think it's called the Everything Nice palette from last year. I didn't buy that palette because I felt it was too similar to this one. But yeah, I think their color schemes, they're getting very repetitive. You can always expect a soft pink, a light purple, you know, a black with shimmer. I think they're getting like, and if you have a Too Faced palette from a previous holiday collection, I don't think you're missing out on anything. In fact, I would just recommend you pick up the Vegas Nay palette versus any of their holiday offerings. But if I had to pick one holiday set exclusively, not, you know, a general holiday thing, I would say get the La Petite Maison over the Grand Palais because you just get more bang for your buck, and you're not really wasting your money, which I feel like you would be if you were to pick up the Grand Palais. Don't forget to subscribe because I do have another holiday palette that I want to review, and I don't want you guys to miss that. So subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you next time. Bye!